Well, hello chaps, it's Commodore Grayum here. Welcome back to my playthrough of The Witcher 3. Now, last time we got to meet Emperor Emir var Emreis, who was a grumpy sort of fellow, even grumpier than his Chamberlain here, who we've decided to call Neville because he's a Chamberlain. The last thing that happened was that we found what is probably just a little... We pushed a loose stone over there and found this thing. This little Easter egg that refers, I think, to the beginning of the first Witcher game, something like that. But when we left off, let's try... We probably can't really talk to these people.
We've no need for the gentleman's escort.
Are you sure?
We've no need for the gentleman's escort.
How about you?
We've no need for the gentleman's escort.
Oh, you don't speak for yourself, do you? Did you break your jaw or something? Is that why you're wearing that? Is that what's going on there? Maybe you do need my escort after all if you got people breaking your jaw all the time. Anyway, back to the actual story. So, the Neville here led us to this door, behind which we should find Yennefer, who'll presumably give us some more exposition.
Well sharpened yet? Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants' guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
This scribe is clearly incompetent.
What do you mean? Directly out of Nordling tales.
That's me.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Anyway, let's talk to this ambassador. Why not? Hello, mate. I like meeting new people, you know. Oh, I can't talk to him. Fine. What's the next best thing? Looting everything. What shall become of Tamiria? Well, good question at this point. Things aren't great there. So, Tamiria, a land where milk and honey once flowed. In what did she wrong the gods that they should treat her so cruelly? The Pearl of the North to some, she proved a galloping range for Nilfgaardian cavalry to others. As a country, it had survived 2 previous wars against the Empire. It was here that the war's bloodiest battles were fought. It was in Tamiria where their most bestial deeds were wrought. It was the Tamarian civilians who bore the full brunt of these wars' horrors. And bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector, King Foltest. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Tamiria, murdered most treacherously. Foltest failed to leave Tamiria a worthy successor. And so, all manner of cur soon fell upon her, tearing her apart like so much carrion. She had no more allies then. None remembered that we had once been the armour protecting the north from the designs of the mad dancer, he who had the gravestones of his foes pounded into a ballroom floor. What, really? This Emir var Emreis is, he's a crazy person. Either that or this is not true. But, I mean, it's probably true. He's probably a crazy person. Anyway, a free and independent Tamiria is no more. A dark-faced sun looms over her every rampart. Yet, we Tamarians live on, and always will, as long as folk believe, the usurper who took our beloved capital, Vizima. Oh, right, this is why... Yeah, Vizima used to belong to the Tamarians, I guess. This is why you had those workmen working on breaking up the whatchamacallit, mosaic or whatever, the design on the floor. in the big, you know, in the court. Huh. Okay. The usurper who took our beloved capital Vizima to treat as his property will forever peer over his shoulder in fear. For in the shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, waiting to deal justice's blow. Well, no wonder he's grumpy if he's got that to deal with. Royal lineages of the North. Oh god, so many things to read, but like I kind of feel like we got to do it. Honestly, reading the books is super fun. Right, before I start looting other things, let's go and have a look at that actually. Wait, what? It's not letting me into my inventory right now. Okay, we're going to have to read these books later, but that doesn't mean we can't loot right now. Ooh. I don't know why there's bread in that cabinet. Maybe it was in the bowl on top. Ooh! Dumplings. Tasty. And filling. Sticks to your ribs. What's this? What on earth is this? That's highly confusing. Some sort of alchemical equipment, doubtless. But that's weird as all hell.
A shame I have no time.
No one around here has any time. It's sad, really. A betrayal of the elder races. Right, I'm going to read this one right away. Oh, and I have access to reading the other one too. That's fine. Okay. What is a non-human? The answer is simple. As the very name suggests, it is something which resembles, and nevertheless is not, a human. Though it walks on two legs, speaks a tongue similar to our own, and dresses in similar attire, it, all the same, has more in common with base beast than noble man. Dwarves are like moles. They feel best underground and avoid direct sunlight. Well, that's not really true of our mate Willis, is it? You know, Willis likes to get a tan. They like to live in filth, forever smudging themselves in mud and slime. This is just plainly not true. They love everything that can be found within the earth. Rocks, metal, minerals of all shape and colour. It is also said that, like their kindred moles, they feed most readily on worms, roaches and other night crawlers. Oh, come on! This is just a bunch of nonsense that someone's made up. Dwarves ain't like that. We know dwarves. You know, they're basically Scottish people, according to the Lord of the Rings films. Anyway, halflings, for their part, are more reminiscent of gophers. Fat, lazy, and loud in that typical rodent way. Their minds are filled only with thoughts of food and drink, which they steal from each other, nobler beasts, and greedily squirrel away in their hovels. They are... Oh, which they steal from other nobler beasts. Maybe I read that bit wrong. Never mind. They're marked by a cruel craftiness. You could be dying of hunger and they would not share a meal with you. You could be howling from poverty and they could be swimming in gold, and yet they would still fleece you to the last crown. You could do nothing but good to them, and they would still stab a knife in your back. Elves, in turn, seem related to the birds of prey that dwell in far-off Zeracania. They care most for coloured feathers. They would most readily spend all day staring at their reflections in the water and singing their own praises. They're so awash in self-love, sounds saucy, that they no longer feel any desire towards members of the opposite sex of their own species. Their appearance, unquestionably pleasant to the eye, is highly misleading, for they are extraordinarily cruel, and any who judge them by looks alone they first dupe and then kill in cold blood. The best proof of this? The so-called Scoia'tael bandits that... Scoia'tael? Scoia'tael. Something like that. Bandits that claim to fight for freedom, but in truth only long to kill humans. all these vile so-called elder races are, to our great fortune, slowly dying out. Joy fills the heart of every right-thinking man at the thought that his great-grandchildren will never know them, that in their day dwarves, halflings and elves will be mere fairy tale characters used to scare young, impressionable children. Wow, the Nilfgaardians, they don't really like, there's not much that they like, is there? Right, royal lineages of the north. Oh, this is about Ciri. Cirilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon, born in 1251, heiress to the throne of Sintra, Princess of Brugge and Duchess of Sodden, heiress to Innis Ard Skellig and Anne Skellig. Oh, those are two different people, okay. And suzerain of Atre and Abiara. Daughter of Pavetta, see Pavetta Fiona Ellen, and the urchin of Erlenwald, see Emir var Emreis, granddaughter of the famous lioness of Sintra, Queen Calanthe, see Calanthe Fiona Rhiannon. A shipwreck occurred during a journey from Sintra to Skellige, which took the lives of the urchin and Pavetta. Cirilla's further upbringing was then entrusted to her grandmother. In 1260, afraid of the looming Nilfgaardian threat, Queen Calanthe sent Cirilla to the court of King Ervil, see Ervil of Verden, where the heiress of Sintra was to marry the heir to the throne of Verden, Prince Kistrin, see Kistrin of Verden. Though allying with Verden and gaining the aid of that realm's army was at the time Calanthe's top priority, no marriage ever occurred, and Cirilla returned to her grandmother's court. In 1262, during the so-called Sintra massacre, Cirilla went missing. And that's the end of the story for now. Oh, there's Yennefer over there. Oh.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
Baby.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
Mm-hmm. And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
Our agents, you say? They're our agents now, is that how it is?
So they're our agents now? My, you've clearly settled in quick.
Geralt, don't twist my words. I know who Emir is. He started this war and its bloodshed. He had my friends killed. But I haven't any other choice. So please, let's not belabor the pros and cons and instead focus on finding Ciri. All right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt, before the Wild Hunt does.
Okay, so, I mean, at the start of this game, we had a dream where the Wild Hunt killed Ciri as a child, which was a little unnerving. So, clearly this is significant. Our dreams are to some degree prophetic, kinda, maybe. But, Yeah, why does the Wild Hunt want Ciri anyway?
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address.
Oh ho ho.
I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
Okay, so where can I start looking?
So where's Ciri been seen exactly?
In 2 places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade.
Oi!
All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
Okay. Right, so why didn't you get in touch earlier if all this nonsense is going down?
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Oh, damn.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse?
Seems like a pretty good excuse, honestly.
Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Okay, well, yeah, that's enough drama and guilt tripping for now, honestly. Let's get moving.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Vaatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece.
I'll attempt it. Maybe I'll come back to you in 2 pieces. 2 for the price of 1. Well, nah, that's not really how it works, is it? Okay. Ooh. Well, there's the thing. That happened. Of course, yeah. Yennefer, she's trying to avoid notice by the Wild Hunt, you know, by not using too much magic, and then she does that. I can see what your problem is there, Yennefer. Right. We still can't access our inventory. Oh, what we can do, however, is look up Ciri. Whoops. Cirilla Fiona Ellen Rhiannon. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short. That she was born in 1251. That she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek. All true, and that's the Cirilla I know best. The one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago. The one who seemed thoroughly, well, not ordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she in fact is. For Cirilla is also a highly skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones, the last bearer of the Elder Blood, a powerful source, endowed with exceptional magic talent and the Lady of Time and Space. Oh, my word. It's impressive, not gonna lie. Her hair colour and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? I could also tell you that she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's most inextricably tangled fetters. Following age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen when she came into his care. There he and Vesemir taught her in the ways of the professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered that she was a source. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well. Because of it, she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. Ciri's biography contained one more great secret. Her natural father was none other than the Emperor of Nilfgaard, Emir var Emreis. His words confirmed the fears swirling in Geralt's mind. Ciri had returned and was in mortal danger, for the unrelenting Wild Hunt was on her trail. Yennefer made it clear why the Wild Hunt wanted Ciri. Eredin wanted the power latent in her elder blood. She also let Geralt know that Ciri had been seen in war-ravaged Velen, as well as in Novigrad, the largest city in the world. I see that also we haven't read the entries about Triss, Vesemir and Yennefer yet. If that's what the star next to them means, I think it is. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's Oh God. More books. She Who Knows. Folk say there were 4 at first. The mother, She Who Knows, the Lady of the Wood, came here from a faraway land, and since she suffered terribly from loneliness, she made 3 daughters out of dirt and water. A long, long time ago, the mother was sole ruler of all of Velen. Oh, that's the place that I'm about to go to. Her daughters brought her the people's requests and served as her voice. Each spring, sacrifices of grain, animals, and men were made to the Lady of the Wood on her special night. It sounds like it was a special night. Yet as the years passed, the Lady of the Wood slipped deeper and deeper into madness. Her madness eventually spread over the land. Men took to abandoning their homes and setting out into the bog, where they became food for beasts. Before long, Velen was drowning in blood. The daughters saw their land nearing destruction and took it upon themselves to save it. When spring came once more, and with it, the night of sacrifices, they killed their mother and buried her in the bog. Her blood watered the oak atop Ard Kerbin, and from then on, the tree grew wholesome and hearty fruit for the people. As for the lady's immortal soul, it refused to leave its beloved land, and so the sisters imprisoned it. To this day, it lies trapped beneath the whispering hillock, where it thrashes about in powerless rage. Well, I wonder if we'll be experiencing that powerless rage becoming once more empowered. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, have I finished looting things yet? Yeah, I've finished looting things right there. Oh, this is the room that I was just in. Letter to Yennefer. Ooh. Yennefer, my dear friend, thank you for your letter. Forgive me for not answering your earlier attempt, to reach me via Megascope. I'm trying to limit my magic communication to the absolute minimum. One never knows who's listening, don't you agree? I'm delighted you have found a position at our gracious Emperor's court and wish you the best of luck in the search for his daughter. It is good to know that Emir's intentions for her have become more, how shall I put it, mundane. Perhaps in these circumstances an agreement regarding the lodge will prove possible after all, whatever the lodge is. In response to your first question, I can state beyond all doubt that Ciri has not appeared anywhere south of the Yaruga, presumably that's a river, Believe me, I could recognize her magic signature in my sleep. I have not had any contact with Triss for a long time. I only know that things in Novigrad have taken an ill turn. She mentioned something earlier about fleeing to Kovir, but I'm afraid that in the current political climate, that amounts to an impossible daydream. I hope I will soon be able to join you in Vizima. First, however, I must take care of some unfortunate yet urgent matters in Beauclair. With my fondest regards, Fringilla Vigo. P.S. Thank you for the news about Geralt. That's me! He always seems to land on his feet, doesn't he? Oh, am I a wolf or a cat? Oh, wait. Read. Well, that wasn't so much read as look at. But there we go.
Healed nicely.
Oh. Rusty bread knife. I'm sure that will come in extremely useful. A sword for witches. I don't need... Wait. Yeah, I'm going to take it. But I've already read that one. The Wild Hunt. Okay. Well, that is what the game's called. So let's find out about that. From farmers and herdsmen, milkmaids to midwives, all the common folk of the continent whisper, sharing tales of a wraithly procession pounding across the sky. The Wild Hunt, they call it. Winds and gales, storms and blizzards arise when it is sighted, and all grows cold, though the sun shone bright moments before. Some remember only the cold from the shock of the encounter, and claim the riders come always in winter. But nay, this is not so. The hunt brings its own ice. Death and war gallop in its wake, or so the superstition goes. Yet evil enough is the hunt itself. It takes folk captive, youths most often, in the prime of their wilding years, with 10 to 20 summers behind them. The hunt rushes in, and they disappear, only to return long years later with no memory of what passed in the time between. Well, that's creepy. Royal Lineages of the North, we've already read that. Hopefully I hadn't already read the Wild Hunt thing. If I did, well, it was short. Nothing to loot there. What's through this door? Oh. Yeah. Nothing I can get at. Oh! Oh! Right. Nice. Hunter's Gauntlets. Doppler Decoction. Well, I wonder what that does. Probably makes me able to mimic other people or something like that. Or creatures. That would be my guess. Ooh, the lighting went a little bit funny there. Right. So, as much as we might have spent the entire episode in these chambers...
Directly out of northern...
let's continue. Let's talk to this guy. This can round out the episode, I guess.
Ambassador Varatra? Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Let's. So, how's the war going? Just like generally, you know? Is it a good one? Is it a good war? Is it fun?
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwen, his ally.
Ooh.
This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
Well, you did kind of ask for it by invading everyone all the time. So, it sounds like you're impressed.
That admiration I hear in your voice?
Radovid is our foe, but I cannot deny he is clever. He played us for fools, particularly dense ones at that. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir Var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Well, this is the future you chose. So, what's going on in Velen apart from everyone being dead, apparently?
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever. Perhaps worse. This
And
land
that's where
never
we're
flowed
going.
with milk
Hooray.
and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Tamarian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
Okay. So, I'm assuming that we're not going to have any success in avoiding him. So, what's happening? What's happening in Novigrad? What is occurring in Novigrad? How are things there?
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty.
Uh-oh.
Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
So they might not be too happy to see a Witcher. I'm sure that's going to play out. So what's going on in Skellige, or as it's pronounced when you're playing when you're playing Gwent, Skellige, or some such. I think it's something like that. I think that's how the natives pronounce it.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Fantasy
Sound awfully
Vikings
confident.
or something.
What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Okay, well, thanks for all the info, Birdski.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
Yeah, whatever, what you said. Okay, so, well, I do believe that... Oh, wait. Already read that, but we'll take another... We're going to sell all this stuff, so good. Oh! Too close to my face! So there's a new book. We're not going to read it right now, though. Or that, but we'll get to them. We'll get to them. It's just a bit too late in this episode to just be reading basically everything all the time. So that's it for now, chaps. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, do please click the like button. What are you doing, man? He has some funny mannerisms, does that ambassador. Anyway, yes, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, do please click the like button. It helps out rather a lot. Leave your thoughts, comments, suggestions, etc. in the comment section below. Share this video with anyone you think might be interested or entertained. And subscribe if, and only if, you'd like to see more. Ta-ta for now, chaps.